Hello, my name is Jose Valdez. I am 30, almost 33 or 31 years old, sorry. For the past 10 years, I've worked in landscape construction, which is a little different from mowing lawns and stuff. I do more building retaining walls, paver patios, irrigation. Irrigation is a huge facet of what I do. Planting trees, use a lot of machinery like skid steers and excavators and stuff like that. So I've been doing that for 10 years, and I've worked for a couple different companies here in Spokane. Recently, I just started my own company. It's called Lucid Landscape. I've been in business for almost a year now. I am working on my third quarter here at the Falls. I am in the BAS program. My focus is on business management. I chose business management because I want to apply my knowledge and experience to running my own business. It's a lot of work to just start the business, so running it is a whole different ballgame. And any help that I can get is definitely appreciated. So I figured I might focus my attention to running a business along with schoolwork and my professional work. I hope to one day be running my business and managing multiple crews, delegating work, driving from job to job and creating bids, drawing up designs, instead of just doing all the physical work myself. I still plan on doing a lot of the work, but I want to be able to run a couple different crews. My desire is to grow and compete with other landscape companies here in Spokane. The bigger companies like ProCare and Four Seasons and stuff. I'd like to be able to be on the same level as them, and it's going to take a ton of work to do that. In my spare time, I like to spend it with my wife and my two boys. I got a almost 4-year-old and an 8-month-old. So that's another challenge within itself. But I enjoy spending time with them, playing. We like to go to the park a lot. I like to do martial arts, and I really love gardening. We just bought a home, so I'm just excited to be able to do all the yard work. I'm already doing a bunch of landscape stuff. And then I love football. I love watching football, the NFL mostly. I'm a huge Seattle Seahawks fan, so I'm pretty excited they're in the playoffs. My professional experience, my best professional experience has been and still is creating and growing my business. I started off by doing small jobs that old employer kind of hooked me up with, and I worked for one gentleman for a couple of years consistently on weekends, and he started spreading my name and referring me to other clients, and slowly but surely, word of mouth. I've been doing all my work word of mouth, and I've been doing it for years. And so this year I decided I have enough clientele to go ahead and switch over to doing it myself instead of working for another company. And I've kept a lot of clients for a lot of years, and it's nice because we're on a relationship now that we're friends instead of just working for them. I contact them and they contact me just to say, hey, how's it going? So I built a lot of relationships with a lot of different people, a lot of different clients, and they continue to call me out of the blue. Hey, I need you to do this for me, and it works. It's great. I would describe professional communication as any form of verbal, written, or nonverbal expression pertaining to a work environment. I mean, even something as simple as talking to a coworker and watching their body language is key to figuring out how to proceed in a conversation or in a dispute. You know, say you ask somebody for their opinion and they seem kind of timid about it. They might have a good idea, and you have to get past the timidness in order to figure out what their idea is. So nonverbal, to me, seems like it's very important, and a lot of people tend to skip over it. So I think professional communication includes communicating with clients or potential clients. You can communicate with vendors, communicate with competitors to figure out prices and stuff. Colleagues, employees, and employers. If you know, you always have to communicate effectively with your boss. Professional communication is vital to any job and helps build working relationships, like I was stating earlier. Communication is also key with attaining new customers. In order for me to get a job, I have to be able to communicate prices. I have to communicate the type of work that needs to be done. I need to figure out what exactly the customer wants, because even though they can tell me one thing, as a professional, I know what can and cannot be done. So I need to be sure to communicate that to them, and we come to an agreement before I can get the work. You can use the information that I gained from this class to implement a strategy for advertising. So there are a lot of different ways that the knowledge from this course can apply to any facet of professional setting. I can also use it to communicate with employees, which I hope to have soon. So this course is going to teach me how I can communicate work that needs to be done with employees, and how they can communicate to me, and I can understand them more with some of the techniques that I hopefully will learn. After reading the syllabus, my first takeaway is that communication is obviously very important in this class. It is a communication course, so communicating with the instructor was emphasized. How to communicate through email, and where to find him during office hours, when his office hours are. I think that's something that's very important. Another thing that I took away from the syllabus was respecting one another. Keeping your post professional, and even if you disagree with someone, just maintaining a respectful tone. One important takeaway that is kind of different for me was the RRP and the online discussions. These two parts of the course seem to stand out as far as the format that's expected in order to complete the assignments. And then if you intend to receive 100%, you have to go above and beyond what the minimum requirements are, which is kind of different from what I'm used to. So that's going to be a challenge, and I'm excited to see how myself and other students react to this. If we're going to go for the bare minimum, or are we going to go all out. The grading procedures they're pretty intense. I think this instructor is really trying to make sure that we impart with knowledge, not just pass the course, which is also pretty exciting. I'm glad also to have read about the field project assignment. This is something I think I need to mentally prepare for. I have not done this in any course so far, as going out and interviewing people, so I'm pretty excited about that. I have already made a few phone calls to figure out who I'm going to interview before the course just started, so I'm glad to have read that. So I'm excited for this course. I'm excited for the applications of what I learn, and I hope everyone else has a good time and good luck. Thanks for watching.